I am back, and thank you for that follow, Grumpy LGM. I have refilled both of my sources of water, so should be good for a while. Although I'm probably gonna still take a break in a little bit, just to stretch my legs and everything. But yeah, let's see. So, one thing I realized when I was upstairs is that with Ludwig helping out his new goblin friend with trying to make like a flame golem with potentially the Burning Man's ever-burning ember, like there's probably a universe where that goes wrong, and it's probably this universe. Like that's probably not gonna go 100% well for them. So let's look up some fire elementals again. The wind elementals can give a item of breath of life. Ooh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Let's see. Let me look up breath of life. Although it's already pretty hard to knock down the players. Your blessing revives the creature at the moment of its death. A one use level 20 breath of life scroll. You prevent the target from dying and restore hit points to the target equal to 48 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. You can't use breath of life if the triggering effect was disintegrate or a death effect. That wouldn't be terrible. I generally like this. Let's see. Yeah, I'll think about that. They do have some knife that casts Breath of Life, but its activation word is power word kill. I see. That is also pretty neat. That is a pretty neat idea. That is a suitably dataless idea. Monsters. Bring up the Inferno again. Fire elementals all around, all around. So they might summon like a... Oh, wow. Salamander, huh? Let's just look at what abilities like the elemental salamanders have. Armor of Flames. Stokes its internal flames. Until the start of next turn, it gains a +2 circumstance bonus to AC, and when an adjacent creature touches it or hits it with a physical attack, that creature takes 2d6 persistent fire damage until it succeeds at DC 25 reflex save. That's actually pretty cool, and could go well with like the kind of oil, the burning oil that salamander excretes. Anyway, Living Wildfire. I think that this is what'll pop out if they don't handle this ever-burning flame situation very well. Do I still have my drive open somewhere? It's actually right over here. I think this is the right... Nah, hold on. Tabletop. Pathfinder. Prep notes. March 24th prep. Get to town, get on a boat. That's the one. So let's see. We have accomplished dodging the patrols, getting to town. They have not accomplished getting on the boat. So we'll leave that. We'll leave that there. the things we can possibly open on tomorrow are the priest being found, or not. I'll have to talk with Eve about it and see if Eve did anything to, like, prevent that from happening. I have a feeling that Gino's just gonna be like, nah, I wasn't thinking that far ahead, I just wanted to kill him and get out of there. And if that's the case, the priest is going to wash back up on shore and be found, and generally cause problems for the party. If the priest is found, yeah, just security generally tighter, boats probably stop. Getting across is harder. Party delayed. Otherwise, priest is missing. Eve's friend's batch of initiates is like also gets delayed. Doesn't get put on a boat as quickly as anticipated. Yeah, the batch doesn't get... Okay. I had a minor grammatical meltdown there. Anyway. Regardless. What was his name? God. Spear Shake? Was it Gert? I don't know. Enlisting Ludwig's help. To try to create a flame golem of some kind. Possibly using the devilish ever-burning flame, or ever-burning ember. Fine. That's fine. Okay. And that's kind of like, those are kind of the big things. We do need some names. So, can you zoom on? Oh, yeah. My bad. There's also like I probably could have just done this too. Yep. Yeah, sorry about that. Right at the top, NPC names this session. Gert Spearshake, Ludwig's old school buddy. Oh, sorry. Thank you for the names. Thank you, Lynn. That's very kind. I'm glad typing is so visceral for you. Let's see. So yeah, thank you, auto formatting. That's not really okay. So there's also the aspiring priestess, Eve's friend, dead priest, dead hot priest. You guys are ridiculous, but thank you. We need a hand cam. Maybe when I do the piano music stream, we'll have like a piano camera. Maybe. Probably not, because the focus isn't really on actually playing the piano, which is not a thing I'm good at, but... But perhaps. Oh my god. Alright, let's see. Jerk, bugbear, pushed the priest. I don't know. Soldier hunting down hot priest killer? Maybe? a paladin. Salamander? I will, happily take your name suggestions, to be honest. As long as they're not references to something I don't understand. Gavin is fine. Roderick is fine. Let's see. Hammett the Jerk Bugbear. Oh, wow. I see. Well, is it okay if I use those names then? And is it okay if, well, Gavin is already a dead man, so, hopefully that is a not so desired name. And Roderick could end up dead. It's entirely possible that Roderick ends up dead. Just so we're on the same page. Ramona is probably also not safe. I have a, you know, Eve is on a bit of a killing spree. Roderick deserves to die? Okay. Good choice, good association here then. Let's bullet list this. I don't know why this one didn't get a bullet, but that's fine. Now it has one. Yeah, so talked about it before, but fighting Salamander alone is going to be difficult. Followers are always around. Party will probably need some kind of solution. Let's see. Oops. While we're at it, just gonna write down some like descriptions for Haida. Just start this list. Lots of lanterns strung in the streets. Some lit, some not. I've already done a lot of this description, but lots of like open market stalls, food stands, etc. Perfect chance to use a semicolon there. I don't know that that's true. If you were talking about my accidental semicolon up here, not 100% sure there. So, like, we already talked about kind of like the, make like a separated list here. Not what I wanted. There we go. Tent city outside. Surrounding town kind of to the northwest. West. Between streets and some. Oh, okay, yeah, that does make more sense. Okay, fine. That is much more appropriate. You are correct. Lots of... I don't know. Occasional howling of goblin dogs, wargs out here. Smell of spiced wheat, suits. This is the kind of thing I need more work on, to be clear. So, like, the commoners whisper of the treasures of the camp's leaders. I might avoid that. I might avoid them turning it into a hunt for the heads of the camp. That does seem more likely, Gam. What they will hear about, rumors of patrols going missing. It's been another day. Possible word can get up here. After a battle of Green Rock Hill. Or at Green Rock Hill. Let's simplify this. After Burning Man died. After a burning. No. Greedy pouch is a thing. I don't know how exactly it works, but you shove stuff in a bag and coins come out at 60% value. Wow. That's kind of interesting. I dig that. I can dig that. Crowded. Lots of squeezing past people. We already kind of described a very unlucky priest who was preaching to the people and ran into several spots of bad luck, but so if you have a flawless diamond you don't need, you can guarantee a good deal with the universe on the gem. I see. I think there's one at the time. I don't know if the flawless diamonds are still used in like restoration spells or revival spells, but yeah. Players might be hesitant to part with a diamond in such a way. They are? Gotcha. Good temptation, though. I like it. Those questions always come with kind of universe-ending answers, I think. Alright, hit me with it. If they actually go looking for rumors, they'll hear that, like, Salamander's forces are rallying for a push to finish what Burning Man started. You put in one item for the full price, but the rest of the cells are reduced to 40%. Huh. When you first hold the item. Oh, okay, I see. So like the first thing you put in is misleading you, like making you think that whatever you put in is gonna give you the full price. That's kind of funny. What about a black market trade of fake religious relics? That's yeah, okay. That is definitely a thing in this world, by the way. Of just like so there's religious relics for the old gods that still have connections to the old gods and will give people like power the same way they always did. You can still like get power from the gods that are sealed away, but only with relics that were created before the gods were sealed. So there's probably, I imagine there's people who like try to sell these holy symbols, and try to pawn them off as real when they're not. You know, it's like more of a serious thing in this world than when it's just like when they're more common and readily available. There's a merchant rich in holy symbols. Yeah, I mean, and selling real holy symbols would definitely also net you a lot of money in such an environment. Simmering. Oh, we want this header too, just so it's in my little sidebar here. Simmering Isle. Old stone buildings between the trees. Again, many lanterns, lit and unlit. Crisscrossing the trees along the path up the hill. No. Okay. Probably a visit from a bunch of inquisitors asking sharp and pointed questions with knives. Yeah, that's also a thing, because the old gods are kind of dicks. So, like, more and more there's going to be cults of people who worship the old gods and, like, just cause trouble trying to bring them back. So yeah, it's gonna result in some animosity. God's dicks, perfect relic. I don't know what I said that led to that, but certainly. They actually have psychic relics that can pose as holy relics? Really? Oh, the occultist class. Okay. Okay. That does make sense. Let's see. Many temps. I don't know. Filling the woods beside the path to the temple. The temple looks like it's being excavated from under the hill/island. Psychic knickknacks and baubles, sometimes cursed, yeah. Yeah, cult stuff. There's probably, again, in this world, probably a lot of people willing to fall for, like... Thank you, Cam. Thank you for being so generous and keeping it up. Holy crap. I really appreciate it. One day I will even have custom notifications to show that. Let's see. What about Great Old Gods? So, the thing filling that niche... Like, yes, probably, but they are not on the planet already, and that is the entire point of why the less old gods, why the sealed away gods tried to like hide away their planet that they made, is to hide them away from these other older gods that created them. I don't know the full details on that, but, you know, they probably won't come into it too much directly yet, but we'll see. Yeah, temple looks like it's being excavated from under the hill island. Not built on top of the hill. Hill was, I don't know, accumulating on top of the temple. No, we'll just say hill was covering the temple. If any cleric hears of an elder god and asks for spells, they would without question receive spells, because elder gods literally don't care what alignment you are. I'd be into that. Just don't call them to your house. Let's see. This is probably enough, really. Enough-ish. Go down, make another bullet for the temple. Smell of incense. I don't know why I typed the smell of incense. Wafts down from the temple as the party approaches. What is the temple made from? Well, it certainly seems like it's going to be made from a chunk of the old floating city, or a floating city. Hence the pillars that are there. Oh my god, I'm so bad at remembering how to do my stream. I didn't put up arc spoilers. Oh god. My players know it's fine. A really stupid and unwise orc monk of the Yellow King who was cursed by the monastery that found him to take up the vows of a monk unwillingly. Oh yeah, it's there now. I put it up now. That's, sorry. That's pretty unfortunate. So he took the vows unwillingly. Like, sounds like someone made him do this. And then he's being punished for it by the monastery. He was caught because the first time he called out to the king, he was possessed by a servant of the Yellow King and did as he pleased. I see. That's unfortunate. It sounds interesting to play, though. He's punished because he actively uses the powers of an Eldritch God. Okay. I see. That does make more sense. Hear a crackling as they approach. Just hear a crackling come into earshot. Yeah, makes sense that most Eldritch Gods are chaotic evil. I'm kind of a sucker for, like, forbidden knowledge and gods of knowledge and stories and things. Think gods of stuff you're not supposed to know. I will fall for that every time. get? Let's see. Start to see, just like sconces burning. Once a day, you can ask a question to the king after prayer, and he will receive his answer. Okay, that's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. The other thing I'm a sucker for is definitely direct interactions with the players' deities. I'm into it. I'm into it. Blazing. Let's use blazing. Blazing braziers at the corners of the temple. I didn't know any of these songs had lyrics. He's usually too ignorant to ask really important questions, but he always gets an answer. That's fair. I mean, I kind of like that. That's kind of fun. As the party gets very close, the stone may look familiar. Similar to the kind of a like the we'll just say for now it just looks familiar to the temple in Orlean. Veins of strange ore interspersed with the stone bricks. And there's like, I don't know, I might bring in an NPC. 18, 18, 18 for physicals. Holy, were you using point buy or like just rolls? Cause orc got you. Did you just get that from an array? Or like, I guess, point buy up to 316s, and then orc buffs you up to 18, 18, 18. It's been a while since I've done point buy, so I don't remember how possible that is under which point buy systems. +4 strength and dumb mentals a bit. Yeah, sure. Standard. That's standard for a barbarian, I would say. 18, 18, 16. Okay. Do I want to set a DC for them to look similar? So in this situation, you're saying it's unavoidable that they know how these stones are similar or familiar. Just to make sure I'm getting that right. Or is this just in the case that someone kicks the stones down at them, they just immediately die? Yes, okay. I see. The no DC... The no DC 5th, the no DC taketh away. I was confused about the 5th. Giveth does make more sense. Sense. It makes more sense. Moving on. Alright, so we've got some descriptions here. Some descriptions for the Simmering Isle. I don't need to write paragraphs here. This is probably good enough. Let's just put a big ol'... Let's add one at the top. Hot. Humid. Same here. Hot. Humid. Breeze helps. Fun fact about not being a stupid orc. Sending spells count by words. That does? Yes. Correct. So if you actually believe a word is spelled a certain way... This sounds janky. This sounds janky already, my friend. It works, though. I would... If someone starts trying to, like, mash words together or something, I would probably be like, yo, that's just a rough estimate of length. I would be a little bit fun police about it, just a little bit. I would go with what the rules as intended seem to be for me. Let's see. I'm a little like, I don't know. We'll mark these down. I'll ask the players if they want to keep them marked down or if they just don't care. Because mostly, when I go in and I like update the map, I mostly care about... The thing I care about the most is what the players care about. So I kind of want to poll them and be like, hey, what landmarks do you like give a shit about? And if these don't... Like, I don't want to suggest that these are important by marking them. In my native language, we have a word. Fragenschaft. It means, please meet me at the temple at 5 p.m. so that we can avoid the guards and sneak into the treasure chamber. The route will be the following. Yeah? Exactly. That's pretty highly cheesy. I would rate it like... I would rate it a Zergling rush with drones out of 10. Okay, I think that's enough of the descriptions. Never mind, I failed. Only if you split words just as often. Right. I'm in the same-ish camp. I'm just saying, I would clamp it a little bit. I would be like, this isn't... I would make sure that doesn't get too abused. I would be more likely to let them roll to sneak in an extra word than be like, oh, well, you think these words are spelled together, so. I had an idea that I wouldn't mind seeing used in the campaign. Tell me about it. Camplane. That's actually just... That's just what Cam does when he's in Kuro's stream, actually. So you know how everyone is lazily into the idea of permanent sending earrings? Oh, I'm sorry that you resent that. I'm sorry. That might have... Was that too cruel? I apologize. Ish. Sure, yeah. I can't say that I am aware of that, but I get it. I get why that would be a thing. So the party can communicate with essentially walkie-talkies, right? Makes sense. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like Link Pearls in Final Fantasy XIV or other cell phone analogs. If it's a critical role thing, that would make sense why I haven't heard of it. So give those to the party and have them permanently on. Oh, I see. I think I already see where you're going. Give the party enough for every member. Okay. And then ages later reveal that an enemy has had one the entire time. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of where I thought you would go with that. Makes sense. Yeah. I was gonna try to enable something similar with the bag of sending, or the diplomat's bag, but it just didn't like angle in that direction with the way the players are handling the situation. But yeah. It is easy, yeah. Yeah, I'm not like a super fan of that. Although, like, I probably wouldn't protest if my players wanted to make like one-time use versions or something, like in general. Not one-time use, but like once per day use. If they want to have it where it just happens at any time, you could do something interesting, a magic quill that never runs out of ink. Oh, okay. But everything the party writes is copied by a twin quill. That would be cool, yeah. Yeah. I like these. So it isn't quite as invasive or game-breaking as the earrings? Yeah. Just get a normal ink pen. Normal ink pens suck. Just gonna say it. Not a fan. Not a fan of this modern technology that dries up in the 5 years between pen uses by me. Like, what's that about? You don't need to tell the party that it has that effect, right? Yeah. Because you can stab yourself for ink if you... Oh my god. True! Technically. Also gross. I don't know if it writes just as well. I think dried blood decomposes a little bit over time. I think it's a little more clumpy than ink. I was gonna put a link in here. Spear Shake enlists Ludwig's help to try to create a flame golem of some kind, possibly using Devilish Ever-Burning Ember. Right. That could lead to... I'm already on the page for it. Living Wildfire. Can accidentally summon this. That's really all I needed to do for that encounter. I just like the idea that of something that is informing on the party and can have the enemies head them off whenever they use it and see how long it takes them to figure it out. See if they blame NPCs for each other, yeah? Yeah. Especially with the Diplomat's bag. And like, if they start sending messages back to Ben Griff a bunch, or to like other people. They definitely know other people with the Diplomat's bags, by the way. So they could start sending messages to Kirtan, probably Eve's dad, probably a lot of people. Nathan will probably definitely watch this before that comes into play. You don't know what the Diplomat's Bag does? Basically, this is from the Strongholds and Followers book from Matt Colville, but it basically means if you write something and you address it to someone, like you put someone's name on it, if they are in possession of a Diplomat's Bag, it will automatically get sent to their Diplomat's Bag. So, like in this case, if the party writes something, like writes a note, they address it to Ben Griff, it'll disappear from their bag and show up in Ben Griff's bag. At the moment, the party has not re-enchanted their bag to, like, be under their name. So it's currently under the cartographer guy's name that they stole it from. So, that's interesting. It's a little weird. That's a situation. They're hoping to listen in on the person they were working for. Am I going to use the bag? Yeah, kind of as is convenient for me. I don't know if they're going to get any more notes from the cartographer's boss, but they're definitely going to use it to talk back and forth with Ben Griff. So that will absolutely come up. And they could find other creative situations to use it in. Right. Give them spam letters. Welcome to the library of the Source Vaulting service. Would you like to sign up for our newsletter? We'll send you our weekly deals and coupons on storage savings and subscription plans. It is the Endless Space soundtrack, Kelly. Thank you, Cam. Thank you for that helpful answer. And yeah, I just sent the link there. It's pretty good. Endless Space is a pretty good soundtrack. I haven't listened too much to Endless Space 2's soundtrack, but I imagine it is also... One, it's probably quite good. Two, it's probably a lot of the same songs with newer instrumentalization. I can words. So what problems? We already have, all right. We already have this lined up here. Roderick is specifically looking for them. The party is specifically looking to get to the island. They've explicitly made that harder to do. They need to find a way to get on a boat and get to the island when it's currently blocked up because the priest who is going to bring people over is missing. All hail the VG, whom I dedicate my superior brain matter. Thank you. I appreciate and accept your offering of brain matter. I find it delicious. So I feel like the goals are laid out, and I don't know that I can super prepare more. I can give. The only thing I can really do right now is I can give Roderick stats. I can also vaguely talk about how. So the party currently has a necklace that's the holy symbol of Denala. Or the Tree of Life, basically. You found me out, oh no. So they have this tree amulet, right? They have found that it unlocks some doors in the temples. They have also seen that, they've seen the symbol of Scala as well. On doors in the previous temple. So at some point, and I don't think it's going to be right now. I think I need them to run into one more door. At some point, I need to put an NPC in front of them that has the amulet of Scala. Probably is a bad guy. So, yeah. Figure that out. I don't think it's right now, though. Just throwing that out there. Just letting everyone know so they're aware. And once they get that amulet, they'll be able to access those doors, which might have cool stuff behind them. But yeah. Other than that, like I just don't know what else I like. I suppose we can write down more like area descriptions? Question mark. 18 con. I don't think that's true. I think my con is significantly lower than that, but thank you for those high stats. Time for Kaomi's adventure. Does Kaomi want a Tower of the Moon? Cause like, I don't want to make Kaomi go through a tower. If Kaomi's around and he wants a Tower of the Moon, that's totally fine. Interesting that's weird. Oh, anyway. Would you, hello Kaomi. Would you like to go on one of these adventures that I've run for like, you might have seen me run it for other folks in the past? Because if not, that's okay. I can just refund this for Cam, or Cam can run one. I'm gonna add a stream marker here, just in case. Just in case. This is kind of where we stop the prep stuff. But, lol, sure, sounds good. Okay, so, in that case, yeah, go ahead and do exclamation mark stat roll to get your stats. Maybe I'll go on a quick break here while we're setting this up too. There you go, there are your stats. You have okay dex, you have okay constitution. Your wisdom is really bad, my friend. You have rolled a 4 out of a possible minimum of 3. So that's pretty rough. But yeah, there are your stats. And yeah. So how that works is that your 2 13s are a modifier of +1. All of your 10s are a modifier of 0. Your 9 is a modifier of -1. Your 4 is a modifier of -3. -3 is your low wisdom roll. Okay. So I'm gonna... Okay. You have a reroll, I guess, if you want to reroll your stats. Although I'm trying to phase that out as a thing. But we can do it one more time, if you'd like. I'm going to take a quick break and run to the bathroom. And then I'll be right back and we can run this. So, I'll be right back.